soldiers. Look at your general. Run! This will be your fate. Jin Sakai! Run, cowards! Jin, what are you doing? Not like that. Never like that. Face them as a warrior with honor, not a monster. You sent our men to die. They are soldiers. Their blood is on our hands. I am trying to save our people by teaching them to fear us. If you continue down this path, you will be no better than the Mongols. I trained you to fight with honor. Honor died on the beach. I sacrificed everything I knew to save our people. I gave them hope. You did nothing. Jin, no. Slowly overwhelmed. A heart races at each sound. I yearn for guidance.
This video is full of spoilers. So if you haven't played this game yet, why haven't you? Go ahead and play this amazing game for me, will ya? Oh, and thanks. So I finally finished the main story of Ghost of Tsushima in preparation for this video. And to actually consider that I'm actually doing something about my huge backlog of games. And oh boy, was it one of those games that just suck you in. Because get it? The game was made by Sucker Punch Studios and get you immersed in a form of Japanese history media that you get to experience and live out. It has been a while since I played a nice open world game that feels cohesive like this one, especially when it's so easy to be disappointed by these type of games these days. As the old saying goes, and it applies quite well to many of these games, wide as a lake, deep as a puddle. Well, not this one.
Back down! Fight!
This is for my sons!
Tsushima! Push through! Push forward!
Ghost of Tsushima is one of the good ones. The mere fact that the game is a close representation of the Sengoku Jidai period, which I am so enamored by. Not to mention, historic Japanese media is at an all-time high, with Shogun taking all the awards at the Emmys recently. It's such a good time to be interested in a part of history where political intrigue equals power. Clans act more humanely than the ones in Westeros. And to be honest, who wouldn't want to play a game with a robust katana combat and visceral stealth moment-to-moment gameplay? Unlike the upcoming Assassin's Creed Shadows, this game just has a vibe that it owns effortlessly. One look at it and you can tell it was made with love and passion, which is shown by its impeccable game design. For a game that's considered a transition to the new generation of gaming, as I found out, it's quite old by today's attention span, releasing in 2020. It sure feels like the next generation of gaming can be felt with this title. With all the right notes this game hit, one standout moment for me was the character leading the whole journey, Jin Sakai. Protagonists are a must-have for any story, of course, but was just something about this particular character that resonated with me.
Warriors. We can defeat the invaders and save our home, but only if we stand together.
What I witnessed alongside this essentially dead man walking made everything click when I realized that the whole island changed along with him. Literally everyone and everything played a part in the second life of Jin.
People of Yarikawa, hunt every Mongol to the last man. Spare no one for Yarikawa! Yarikawa! Keep after them, no mercy.
To a man that was supposed to be dead, to a ghost revered by the people, outlawed by the powers that be.
Is this how you want to be remembered? Too have pride in family. And I know what it's like to live in their shadow. Why should we settle for scraps when we deserve to be legends?
He is a legend.
See? Your people will follow you.
Jin Sakai's story that you partake in is a compelling one. Sure, he's not the best hero in the world, but there's just something that speaks to you once everything is said and done. How about we dive into them, shall we?
Such moments are rare these days.
I used to be like them.
I'm not the same man I was the night before Komoda.
There's something remarkable about loss and forced change in media, which is something I did not expect upon dropping into the rich retelling of the story of Tsushima. At first, it's a run-of-the-mill samurai story which, don't get me wrong, is all that I signed up for. But what ended up instead was a dilemma that invoked by the game to the player that's really effective to look into the art you just consumed in a way where it enhances your understanding of the life you lead.
How bad was it?
Komoda? Bad. We lost everyone. The beach was soaked with so much blood, it was like paste. Be grateful you didn't see it.
What regard you had for the gameplay mechanics until the end of the game had you questioning where you stand on the two morals that definitely were the highlights in the background of your enjoyment of the game. Tradition versus survival. As mentioned previously, Jin was supposed to be a casualty alongside the brave warriors who charged forward in a very poor decision by the Jito to tackle the unknown and alien invaders of their homeland.
I thought the same thing after Komoda. Many times. I don't know why we survived, Norio. But we did. And these people are counting on us. We're all they have.
What he was is definitely long gone once he mustered all the resolve to get back up. There's something introspective in seeing someone unwillingly lose a part of his life and being there to experience his full comeuppance with what he has and had become by the end of this experience.
Sometimes our only choice is to walk away from everything we know.
One thing that stood out to me was the setback of tradition, causing a chain of events that brought hurt and despair to the characters that you'll be meeting along the way. These people face the indirect consequences of adhering to the code of honor, It has been mentioned countless of times, not just for this game, as well as in other samurai/Japanese media, the concept of Bushido, even though it isn't properly formed yet during the events of this game, being challenged with the inherent causes of it that's somehow not fully documented in a full samurai feature media like we usually are accustomed to.
Report back.
You did what?
It could have gone the other way. We'd be standing over Tomoe's body instead.
You talk about what it means to be a warrior, how Tomoe undermines that. But you and she are the same.
You expect us to be perfect. Your uncle, me, Masako Adachi.
Not everyone can be a samurai.
But we're all killers.
As one other franchise puts it, war never changes. But what does change is the human spirit during a time where negative influence and deception are at its heights. Jin never truly wanted to change, but was forced into it as a natural response to the invasion of the Mongols. The need to survive after getting stripped away from his traditional owner on that very beach came very apparent when the story progressed. It all fell into place for me during the segment in Yarikawa during the second act. It's one thing to see the spectacle of it, but at that point, the power level you feel as a player is relative to the catharsis the main protagonist feels when they are way too deep in the struggle.
Ghost, weiter kumpel! Ghost is not make him kalash!
Oh god damn, Jin!
Invaders! Look at your general! Run! This will be your fate!
Survival for Jin means eradicating the Mongols that invaded Tsushima and saving his home island by any means necessary. But that doesn't mean he's free from doubts or from questioning and challenging the status quo. His duty is to be a samurai first. However, it became obvious to both the player and Jin himself that the very duty that he's trying to uphold is the biggest hurdle to achieving his goal.
There is only one way this ends.
I know what must be done.
Knowing and doing are different.
You are questioning whether I am samurai? Tomoe was my greatest achievement. But if I must, I will destroy her to save this island. That is my duty.
And with that stripping of duty comes with some necessary sacrifices.
I never meant for this to happen. I'm sorry.
I swore I'd give him a good life. Keep him safe. This isn't your fault. It's mine.
No. It was the Khan. Rizzo. Every Mongol on this island. Help me kill them all. Help me avenge Taka.
You will be heir to Clan Shimura. Not as a ghost, but as a samurai. Renounce the ghost. You must blame her for this outrage. Tell them you are Jin Shimura, loyal servant to the Shogun. My heir. My son.
I am not your son. am the ghost.
Dang. Did it on his
You
own.
once told me you will never swing your naginata in hatred.
I did what the ghost would do. And now Harsho is gone.
Sensei Ishikawa, we have judged each other harshly, but the Buddha tells us that our greatest enemies can be our best teachers.
I am grateful for your teaching and for the chance to fight by your side a final time. I have been your student. I would have become your daughter. But the way of the bow is behind me now. What lies ahead? I am like an arrow shot from a bow. Who knows where the wind will take me?
Throughout your journey with Jin and the inhabitants of the island you swore to save, sacrifice is essential to the survival of the characters. And what's good about the game is that it showed multiple kinds of it, whether or not it's emotional sacrifice, a sacrifice of ego, the kind where vengeance is served cold, and some is just plain and straight up not dying from the chaos all around. Amidst of it all, Jin chose to fully accept what he has become. I like the comparison made throughout the video that he's no longer supposed to be the samurai that fell on Komoda Beach. You can almost certainly feel that whoever Jin was in control of the player is a spirit that will stop at nothing to seek vengeance for the island and his compartments. I find it easy to believe that near the end, the consequences of being the ghost were apparent to him, to the point that he has to renounce his only remaining family left in Lord Shimura, the entity who is keeping the values of honor by any means necessary alive.
I will miss this.
So will I. The Shogun has declared you a traitor.
He ordered you to kill me.
The ghost was an outlaw.
Fuck!
He taught our people to defy their leaders.
To defend themselves.
With poison, a gift you gave to our enemy.
I had to stop you from throwing away our people's lives.
You
Uh-oh.
have no honor.
And you are a slave to it.
Oh shit! The two displayed such different extremes of that exact saying in display within the 30+ hour journey you underwent, and it's up for you to decide if both are justified or not. But what's clear in all fronts is that the conclusion between the unstoppable force of the ruthless ghost and the immovable spirit of the samurai had their dance in the end.
Nada will come. We will be remembered forever.
No, you will be forgotten. I will make sure you are remembered as a great warrior, a wise leader, and a father.
Thank you, my son. Find me in the next life.
I will.
well, that's Ghost of Tsushima. Then and I'll give my thoughts after this. So that's the game and my dedication to it, since it kickstarted my goal in chasing my backlog for real this time. I really love the game so much that it prompted me to yap about it continuously and make it as an excuse to finally start content creation. You know, YouTube, Twitch, X, or whatever it is actually. I'm so glad to have met Jin and made him the awesome monster that he is, as with everyone which watched this video. Yep, I'm definitely sure all of you played as the ghost more than the samurai. I hope y'all made the correct decision in watching this after you have completed the game, because I do believe experiencing this once is a must-have for gamers out there. So until then, more videos coming your way for sure. Thanks for watching my attempt in analyzing Jin as the Ghost of Tsushima.